Hey, babe. Are you awake? She is so beautiful. The way the sun is shining on her through the window just makes her look even more radiant. Her hair is glowing as if it's trying to soak up the sun's rays and become even more lustrous than it already is. Just like that day we had picnic at the park. She wore her favorite floral sundress. She always looked so cute wearing it. We walked around the park until we found the perfect shady tree to sit under. She had packed our picnic for us. 2 sandwiches, macaroni salad, some lemonade, and her amazing homemade chocolate chip cookies. Her cookies are so good. And after we ate, we talked and talked for what seemed like hours. As time went by, the sun moved and we weren't in the shade anymore. I was telling her a funny story about something that had happened at work. She was laughing so hard. I remember thinking at that moment that she had never looked more beautiful. The sunlight glistened in her hair, enhancing her radiancy. How she looks right now in the morning light reminds me of that day. Her skin's glowing in the sunlight as well. She's so soft, so smooth and delicate. Reminds me of our quiet night in a few days ago. We ordered pizza and picked a new movie to watch. After we finished our pizza, we were snuggled up under a blanket on the couch. She was laying down in front of me. I was laying down behind her with my arms around her. I remember thinking she felt so warm and soft. I couldn't help tracing little circles on her shoulder where my hand was resting. I nestled my face into the nape of her neck to feel her softness and warmth better. I love the smell of her body wash. Vanilla and lavender. It makes me feel safe, like I come home. And her skin is so smooth, like warm velvet. She feels so soft and delicate, like a flower petal. I love holding her close. It's as if my arms belong around her. When she's in my arms, that's my happy place, my safe place. That's home. Her hands. Sometimes I can't believe how small her hands are compared to mine. So soft and delicate. It reminds me of our first date. When I held her hand for the first time. Our first date was about 1.5 years ago now. I took her out to a nice dinner, and then we went to the movies. We went and saw some horror movie. I should not have let her pick the movie. Horror movies are not for me, but since she likes them, I wanted to impress her by not getting scared. But that's not what happened. I was so scared throughout the whole thing that I forgot that I had planned on holding her hand during the movie. After the movie, I didn't want to leave her just yet, so I offered to walk her home. And on our walk to her place, we talked about the movie and got to know one another just some more. At one point, our hands brushed against each other and startled the both of us. We both paused for a moment there, briefly, on the sidewalk. She was the first to reach out her hand. She had a big smile on her face as she said, "Come on, it's okay. Let's get going, it's freezing." So I gingerly took her hand in mine and we continued on our way. So small, delicate, and soft. Her hand was cold. I mean, it was the middle of February after all, and it was starting to get dark, so temperature was dropping. To try warming up her icy hand, I held it a little tighter and started rubbing the back of it with my thumb. Her fingers fit perfectly between mine. I don't know how else to put it, but it felt like her hand was just made for mine. Her sweet, soft, delicate hand was made to fit my large hand. They fit together like two puzzle pieces. And our hands remained entwined the rest of the way to her house. When we finally arrived, I told her how much fun I'd had and I would very much like a second date. She said yes and agreed to call me later so we could make plans. We said goodnight. Then I carefully placed a gentle kiss on the back of her hand before we parted ways and said our goodbyes for the evening. I was already looking forward to our next date and couldn't wait to hold her hand again. That memory holds a special place in my heart. God, she's so beautiful. She looks so cute when she's asleep. I swear, sometimes it looks like she's pouting. Her lips are so soft and she's such an amazing kisser. It's hard to stop kissing her once I get started. Which reminds me of our first kiss. It happened around our third or fourth date. Spring Carnival was in town and we thought it would be a fun date idea. We went in the evening, so the carnival was all lit up. We both played carnival games, and I won her a pink teddy bear and she won me a goldfish. We enjoyed eating the carnival food, corn dogs, churros, funnel cake, and cotton candy. We had so much fun on all the rides, though I almost threw up my funnel cake after riding the tilt-a-whirl. Seeing her laugh and smile the whole time was not the only highlight of the night. The best part was when we went on that Ferris wheel. When we got on, the ride completely went around twice before it stopped us at the top. And the view was incredible. We could see all the lights from the carnival, as well as the city lights in the distance. She looked so beautiful at that moment. Her face was beaming with wonder and excitement, and her eyes were just sparkling. My heart was racing, and I leaned over and kissed her cheek. She looked at me with a moment of surprise on her face. Then she smiled. I think that was the biggest smile on her face I had ever seen. Then she leaned in and kissed me. When that happened, it was as if the whole world around us melted away and only we existed. Fireworks were going off in my brain and every nerve was lit up with electricity. And their lips were so soft and I could taste the sugar from the cotton candy we ate before getting on the Ferris wheel. I didn't want that moment to end. When we finally pulled away from each other, we hadn't realized that the ride had come to a stop. It was our turn to get off. But we couldn't stop smiling for the rest of the night. When I took her home, we kissed goodnight. I was so giddy I couldn't sleep. Now every time she kisses me, I get that same flustered feeling. When is she gonna wake up? Oh, I have an idea. There she is. Wake up, sleepyhead. Did you sleep well? Definitely looked like you were sleeping well. haven't been up that long, honey. Are you ready to get up and start the day? Not yet, huh? How about now? No? Now? How about now? Okay, honey. You stay in bed a while longer. Are you hungry? Okay. How about I go make us some breakfast and coffee while you stay in bed a while longer? Sound good? Okay, I'll be right back. I love her so much. God, what an amazing woman she is. She has no idea what I've planned for today. If all goes to plan, hopefully she will accept my marriage proposal. I can't wait to start this next chapter of our lives together. Here's your coffee, babe.